Oh, hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Talking Drum on Viva Niger Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. It's another wonderful Wednesday over here in the UK. It is Hump Day, which means the start of the week is way behind us and the end of the week is just in sight. And what a weekend it's going to be. It's going to be on and popping. It is going to be fantastic. Before I get into what we're going to talk about today, today's matter is going to be another amazing show on the Talking Drum. This is a topic that's going to have people in their feelings, that's going to have people screaming out loud, and just, I can just envisage a really, really interesting topic today. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about some of the events that you can catch during the weekend. And when I say some of the events, that's a bit of an exaggeration because there's only one event. There's only one event. Cancel everything, close everything, stop whatever you are doing and go over to the One Africa Music Fest this Saturday at the SSC Arena at the O2 in North London. It's finna be lit. I can't even tell you. Just everybody and anybody is going to be there. And if you're not there, I don't know what you are doing with your life if you live in the UK. Even if you live in Scotland, even if you live in Skegness, this is the event that you need to be at. It is going to be hosted by our premier Yoruba demon, Bankole Wellington, also known as Banky W, the love of our lives that got missing a couple weeks ago to our eternal heartbreak. But other than him, performing will be Flavor, will be Olamide, will be Davido, will be Davido. We must say something about Davido. Will be Techno, will be Paul P Square, will be Shay Shay, will be Tiwa Savage, will be, just like I said, anybody is going to be there, and it's going to be amazing. The 13th May 2017 at the SSC Arena in Wembley, London, shut down. Box office tickets is at 0844 815 0815, or you can just call go on the Viva Niger Radio site and you'll see all the information that you need there. Basically, everything you need is there. So let's do a little housekeeping before we bring people into the studio. I can already see that there's a whole bunch of us here already, and I just can't wait because today's topic is just going to be unbelievably amazing. If you would like to join us on the show, if you would like to give us your 2 cents worth, if you've got something you'd like to say, something that you feel that we need to pay attention to, these are the numbers you need to call. If you're dialing us from the UK, you need 0330 998 1261. If you're dialing from the US, you need 0712 770 4032. If you are dialing from Nigeria, the number you need is 01440 5024. That number from Nigeria, once again, is 01440 5024. We would love your opinions, man, woman, hermaphrodites, halfway in the middle, and neither or whatever you are. We would love to hear your 2 cents on this issue. For all 3 numbers, you are going to need this access code to get into the studio. That number is 264812. Access code, once again, 264812. And with that out the way, let me bring in my fantastic, famous, amazing squad, my goons, my people who make the show exactly what it is. Otherwise, it would just be the rantings of Rachel, basically, and no one wants to listen to that. So, starting according to their Gogorongo, in Kirukama, my favorite in Kiruka in the whole wide world. How are you?
Oh, sweetie, I'm good. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Rach. I better before I forget myself and we start talking. You know how this show can overtake someone's life.
Cuckoo, no.
Are you going on Saturday?
Before.
I didn't get tickets now. Many months now.
Yeah,
This is why. Wait. I was going to ask you. Call your name first.
Call your name first. So, Rachel, Bimbo, pack yourself in your booty house for now. Don't talk.
Meanwhile, they haven't even started the show and fight has started.
Of course now.
Every week. How many weeks here have I been saying One African music festival. One African music festival.
In
fact, you know what?
You said your mouth is sweet. Look how you sell that thing for us now. When your mouth sweet, don't say, well, now you now want to arm wrestle over the phone for tickets. You're now saying, yes, now.
I know send you. Bimbo, I know send you. You're on your own. Who are you? On your own.
Okay, because you're my people, I'm gonna, I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Come and talk to mommy after the show.
Now we're talking.
This is why we get taken care of. This is my sugar. She's my sugar daddy. She's my own kind of sugar daddy.
So now you know.
She's my own kind of sugar daddy now.
Sugar daddy that gives you things and you don't have to sleep with her. Very good. I hear you.
Now, which other one do I want? You think I want the one I have to sleep with? Okay.
So now that we know already that Bimbo is on the show, let me bring in the last but not the least, because I know we're going to get a couple more people. I've spoken to a couple of people and they said they were going to join us. The last but certainly not the least person in the studio right now, the one and only voice of the Bad Gang. Hey, Barry White, how are you?
Hey, good evening, ladies. How are you all?
Fine.
Hello. We're good. How are you?
It's nice to see that Rachel is going to sort you, but Rachel, you must sort me, and that includes flight tickets.
Me and my big mouth.
Now you polongo.
Polongo, truly. So now I have to do flight tickets as well. So we're here. So I haven't told the audience exactly what we'll be speaking about today. So it's time to let the cat out of the bag. And I know it'll be a conscientious topic. Is that the right word? Like a topic that brings dissent, and everybody's going to be all up in their feelings because married women will say, hey, these side chicks. But these side chicks are not sleeping with themselves, right? And married men will say, not be so, but we know you're creeping, right? So the topic today is married men and the women who love them. So
you didn't say you were going to talk about me.
Married men and the women who love them. So today we are not, because we see a lot of bashing of married men. Right? I'm talking about the ones that step outside their homes now. Oh, men, they can't keep it in their trousers. Men, these men, they're all dogs. These men, they're all bastards and everything. But what I would like to talk about today are the women who are complicit. Either complicit based on you saw and you turned your face away because of what you're enjoying or whatever.
Okay, so, you're not talking about me.
No, I mean, we're going to talk about men and we're going to talk about cheating, but it will not be a bashing sermon. You know how I feel about male bashing. I don't like it at all because I feel like these things, there's nothing in life that happens in a vacuum. The men are not sleeping with themselves. Somebody is sleeping with these men. Somebody is allowing their husband to be slept with. Because I know for a fact that there are women that you will go to and say, madam, I saw your husband coming out of one hotel, and they will beat you, the messenger. And they will ask you, did I tell you I didn't know? Did I make you my CIA? Yeah. So there are women who are complicit in anything we want to call infidelity. So rather than us saying, these men, hey, God will punish all these men. These men are all bastards. Nah. That is not what Talking Drum does. We don't take a one-sided angle. We don't take it. Let's talk about who are the side chicks. Who are the wives giving these men free passes? Who are the wives who found out their husbands were cheating and still said, okay, let's try counseling or let's try this, that, or the other? Who are the wives who call it open marriages? Who are the wives who say, one thing, no, men cannot be faithful. If you leave one, you go. I saw something on Facebook that they said a cheating man is like a rainy weather or something, that if you leave a country because of rain, is it not going to rain where you are going to? So there's lots of justifications, lots of little proverbs that people have formed by themselves, lots of little things that people are saying to justify this. So we want to talk about the women who love them, the women who allow them to act the way that they act. What is it about a married man that makes these things acceptable or allowable, if that's the word or whatever? So, first of all, I want to get the definition of a side chick first, because there are many things that brought about this conversation today and why we're having this topic, and it's about 3 or 4 topics all put into one, based on conversations and events that have happened in the last week. One of them that we're going to be talking about is Akia Brown. So there's a lady who wrote a book and said, she said what did she say? Something along the lines of, if you want to keep a good black man, other than all the other instructions that women get, oh, you must be humble, you must be this, you must know how to cook, you must know how to sex him well, you must know how to, don't shout at him when you all are in public, if you even have anything you want to tell him, make sure you tell him inside the home, blah, 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 blah. So other than this whole list of things that women are supposed to do in order to keep a man, her other angle was, let him have a side chick if he wants, as long as his responsibilities in the home are not stopping, or he hasn't changed what he's doing and he's still taking care of the home, taking care of school fees, taking care of this, that, and the other. Let him do what he wants. So we're going to get to that as well. First of all, the first thing that I want to get out of the way is even the definition of 2 things. I want to get to the definition of married men, because it's not as simple as it sounds, because someone was having a discussion earlier on in the week about, what if they're separated? What if they're this? What if they're that? What if there's a guy, he says he's not doing again, but his family keep trying to do family meeting, and there's never been a divorce in our family, and you and your wife must get back together, and blah, 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 blah. But he's chatting me up and he's busy telling me he doesn't want to get back with his wife. So what is the definition of a married man? Could you have a relationship, this is to the ladies, could you have a relationship with a married man if he's separated, or do you need to see dry ink on the decree nisi? Equally for Dolapo, and we'll ask the other men as they join us when they come into the house, if you are separated from your wife, do you think that is a good time or a decent time to now start chatting up some next lady? And also then we're going to talk about what is the definition of a side chick. For example, if sex is not involved and it's an emotional affair, is that something a wife needs to be bothered about? If money is not involved, then it's just, they're just enjoying. So the money the guy is bringing home is still my money, my children's school fees is still fine, my rent is still fine, my this and that. Should I care that he's shagging someone else on the side? After all, prick no they finish. So I need to know what y'all think is the definition of these 2 things. Let's start with the definition of a married man, because it sounds so basic, but I guess maybe from the small illustrations I've given, you understand where I'm coming from. Let me start with Bimbo. What is your definition of a married man? And if a guy came up to you and said, look, we're separated in as much as she doesn't live in my house, you can come by anytime you want or whatever, what would you say to that person, especially if it's someone you actually liked, like it was a relationship you could actually consider or contemplate?
So wait, he's not living with his wife?
No.
Okay. How long have they been separated?
For the sake of argument, I don't know the person. I'm just saying now. Don't give me
I know,
jam question. I don't know when they separated. I don't know when they packed. I don't know when they scattered the love. Okay. Let's even say 6 months.
So my definition of a married man is...
Let's say 6 months.
Okay, my definition, let's start with the definition. My definition of a married man is someone who is still in a committed relationship with a partner. I don't care if you're just doing roommates, housemates, or you're just doing it for the kids, staying together for the kids, or whatever.
Oh, yes, because we have that too. Oh, we're just staying together for the kids. Oh, as soon as the kids are 18, we're going to divorce Tales by Moonlight.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All of that's the marriage. There's still an expectation on each other that, okay, we're in coupledom, as they say. Now, let's now say somebody just got separated, or they're in that, the family say we never have divorce in our house, blah, blah, blah. All of that is EastEnders and Coronation Street and Bold and Beautiful and all of that. That is drama. I don't do drama. I don't want to be doing Bold and the Beautiful or Soft is Lovely or whatever they call it. All of that is just lies and drama. Next, they'll be saying some evil twin is the one that you saw kissing somebody in the streets. No. You know what? If there's all of that drama going on, how is the person supposed to have headspace for a relationship? Exactly. What is it? When is it that they call you? What should they call you when they're leaving family meeting of you can't have a divorce? Or is it after they've fought with the partner and they're kind of looking for someone to make them feel better? All of that stuff. When someone is in that kind of emotional turmoil and the up and down, the seesawing, how is that person supposed to have a proper, connection with someone else? Or even, it's just too messy. It's too. I wouldn't want to get involved in that. And if I met someone that said that, oh, my marriage isn't working, that I really adore you, I can all of that, I love you, Toritoru, yeah, the sugar in my coffee, all of that stuff, I'll just tell them, look, here's something you need to understand. For you right now, it might seem like as if all these things are true, because you're going from one place, you're leaving because you supposedly have a backup. How about this? Think of the fact that this person that you love to return does not exist, and then you go and decide if your marriage that you say is not working for you truly is not working for you. Not with backup. Some people, they can never not be in a relationship.
Yes. And I've had a guy say that to me. I've had a guy say to me, I'm with my wife because, and left to him, he was making sense, so in his stupid little mind. He said, but if I found the person to live for or something like that, I would.
Can you imagine that?
So you would be the reason I would break up my home, is basically what he was saying. Exactly.
Basically, the person is saying, I'm too chicken to deal with the shittiness of my life. If the life really is shitty, without someone else, a backup being there. So basically, I need to go from one relationship to another without actually assessing why the first one is going wrong in the first place, or decide if I really do want to be in this relationship. So all of that nonsense, that noise, that's not that. I can't do that. I can't do that. There's a lot of work that needs to be done by each person in a relationship, that you now add all of these drama. No, I can't do it. If you're divorced, I want to see that in. Or if you haven't done the pre-nicer, because a lot of people do tend to do that, where they've been separated for years, they've known each other, seen other people, they just never got around to doing all the paperwork because it can be quite frustrating or expensive and stuff like that. Maybe I might consider that. I think the person would have to be really amazing. Outside of that, it's a no. I just can't. You know what? I'll go and book myself a holiday or something, or go to a spa. I can't be doing all of that wahala. It's too much. Okay. Or I'll make myself a nice dinner.
Okay. So, Nkiri, what's your take? What is a divorced? Sorry, what is a married man? Is what I want to say. Is Nkiri there? Oh, I think we've lost her.
Sorry, darling. Sorry. Apologies. Okay. Yeah, what was the question?
What is a married man?
A married man?
Or,
there are many definitions.
Let me say, that's why I'm asking. Or would you, if a guy came up to you and said, he was separated, what is your take?
Right. For me, if a guy did that now, I'm gonna, I like our talking drum because it makes you bring out what's in you. If a married man came to me today, as I am right now, and says to me, "Oh, I've left my wife. Oh, the marriage is not working," I would tell him to kiss where the sun don't shine on the part of my body, right? But
I think he was looking for that anyway.
That's when he wants to kiss. Dolapo, I didn't know Dolapo is like this. Dolapo.
I like that response. It came quick. Dolapo, okay. Love it. But then, I won't even lie, way back in my 20s, I did go out with a guy who was married. I knew, because I knew the wife, but not personally. I knew who she was. So I knew they had problems in their marriage. I knew it was kind of like public knowledge. So I knew what was happening. But at the time, I think back now, I was young, naive, stupid. I was in my 20s, early 20s. So I was young, naive. That means this is over 20 years ago now. Young, naive, stupid. But I did go into it. I won't even lie. But if I equate the relationships I've had in the past with his, that was the best relationship ever. In my I'm going to be 45 next month. In my 45 years on this earth, he was the best relationship ever because I got all the attention from him, but he still had to go back home and do what he was supposed to do as a married man, irrespective of the problems he was having. I didn't want him to come to me saying, "Oh, this is what's going on. She's not this, she's not that, she's doing this." I didn't want to hear it. That was never a discussion because for him to say that to me, that's disrespecting his wife as far as I was personally concerned. Yes. But in my head, I had that back thing at the back of my mind. I was young, don't get me wrong, stupid, but I felt I was still disrespecting that marriage by dating him. Do you get what I mean? But I was on a roller coaster that was not, get brick. That roller coaster did not have brick. So I was in it, I was enjoying it, but at the same time, he was doing what he had to do. But they had issues. I knew, people knew it wasn't a hidden matter. But then as I'm talking to you now, they've been separated for over 6 years. Yeah?
Separated.
But it wasn't me that caused it. Yeah, they've been separated. The divorce paperwork has not been signed because they still quarrel over house and over who owns and who has paid and who hasn't paid kind of thing going on. But they've been separated for over 6 years. I was with my own partner at the time. So I didn't cause the breakup. What officially broke the marriage up, I didn't cause it. Something else did, which he did outside of his own.
Okay.
But it's a case of, even now, we're still very good friends, but I still don't want, not that I don't want them to know that I was in his life at the time, but I don't really care what people think, but I don't want them to have the idea that I was one that broke the marriage up. But for me, if you're married, you're married. There's no, I don't love her, we are quarreling. There isn't that. When you went into it with your two eyes open. Yeah. When you went to sign registry and sign certificate of marriage, you went into it with your two eyes, your hand held the pen, you signed on that dotted line. So you signed your life away at the time. So Absolutely. You can't turn around and say there's a problem or there's no problem, or oh, I'm not happy at home, you make me happy. Although don't get
no, really, I'm not happy, make me happy. Have you read you? Am I a Mars bar or am I?
But I know for a fact that there are women who they know their husbands are cheating, they don't want to give it up. Like you said, there are those that you go and tell that your husband is cheating, they'll beat the living daylight out of you. And the husband will come home and they'll shag him senseless. I know some women that do that. But at the same time, it's a case of, like now, some girls say, oh, it's security, or he's nice to me, or, people use that as an excuse. For me, it's, at this age now, it's nonsense. Do you understand? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I did it when I was younger. That was the only guy I dated that was married. Only one in all my years. But I won't lie to you, that was the best relationship.
Okay, so what did he say to you? And I'm still going to come to you, Dolapo. Thank you so much for being patient.
He didn't say anything, dissing his wife or anything. We just met at a party.
I'm not saying dissing. How did he toast you? Because obviously for you to say you knew his wife, that means you knew he was married. So did he say...
We worked in the same place. Everybody worked in the same place.
I see. I see.
We worked in the same place. He was like a manager for where we worked, but me and her worked in the same place. As in, she would pass me, I'll say hi, she'll say hi, she'll go, how are the children? I go, for how are yours? And we'll walk past each other. That was basically how it worked. But she did not know it was me.
See, that's a completely different dynamic, because I'm thinking, would I date a married man? Number one. Number two, would I date a married man that I knew his wife, and I'll be greeting the wife every morning, afternoon, night. Hello, how are you? Hey, you look really nice today.
Now, I won't lie to you. The
conscience
liver
will
I
just
have
kill
now,
me, and I will just die.
the liver I have now cannot do it. Fear no agree me. But then it was like I was walking on cloud nine. Why, I don't know, because I knew there was nothing he could give me. He could have. It's not like he can come and stay at mine and not go home. No, he had to go home every night, whether he wanted to or not, irrespective of what was going on at his house. He had to leave my house. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like promises of gold and riches, and no, none of that. We just enjoyed each other's. It was that kind of thing where you enjoyed each other's company. We didn't have to do anything or spend any money. He was always there for me, someone to listen to, someone to talk to. It just, it just escalated and just kept going.
So this is even worse now, because it's not
I know.
It's not an Aristo situation. This is a romantic situation.
No money involved at all.
All right. Okay. I'm coming. Coming. You just wait.
I know you're coming. I trust you.
Just with it, because I'm jotting as we're speaking. So, Dolapo, what is your definition of a married man? Or when is a man free, let me say, to...
Well, I think the definition of marriage, being already got it right, irrespective of whether, to me, you have a signed piece of paper or not. I mean, we have common law marriages. So long as you are in a committed relationship where both of you understand that commitment is exclusive, then you are married.
Okay.
Now, as to what was the other question again?
So the other question is, what about all the in-betweens? So, I'm separated.
Will they be considered cheating? Okay. Will they be considered cheating if they were separated? Now, you have to go back as to why they were separated and what their intentions are. Now, it could have been just a fight that flared up between them or whatever, and,
this one went packed and went to their
in North America,
house.
The wife will probably just be like, get out of here, and in Nigeria, the husband would like pack your load or whatever. Now, I still consider that to be a marriage. They still have a marriage. Now, if it's a question of where, this is no longer working, and I think we need to just step away from each other right now, because divorce is not going to happen the moment you say it's not working.
Absolutely.
No. So
there's still a whole
situation,
separation period.
right.
There's still a whole... In fact, I think if memory, if I'm correct, and maybe there are other people here who can correct me, you can't even get a divorce based on how it's doing you. There has to be a period you must show that you have been living apart for an X number of months or whatever before you can file for divorce. Even the courts want you to have
I think that's very archaic, that idea of if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. I don't support the idea of people trying to get a divorce or separate that quickly, because I believe when I said till death do us part. But the idea that you now tell that person that no, you need to spend some time to think about what you want to do here or whatever.
But I think it's a good idea, because we all act impulsively, and they do the same thing. Certainly, I know they do the same thing here with terminations. So if you go for like a pregnancy termination, like, oh, oops, I got pregnant, and you can't just walk in to say, I'm pregnant and I don't want the baby, and they'll say, yeah, open your leg, and they stick some calipers in between your leg or whatever. They will literally ask you, how far along are you? They will determine, so they'll press your belly, and that was when they'll know, like, okay, we can literally still give you a week to think about it, or we can literally, and then it goes in your file. So you cannot stand up from there and go to another clinic and then they will now remove it. It will say, this person came in here, gravida, 2 weeks or 6 weeks, and this and this and this. Don't ask me how I know this. But we've asked her to go think about this, and to come back and let us know. So I think if everyone got a divorce based on, do you know what, I'm tired of this man putting his laundry where I've told him not to put it, and also there are other things going on,
You know what?
Tired.
You know what? I believe that in that case, you know what? Maybe they should get a divorce because when you're in a marriage, when you're in such a committed relationship, there's certain things you don't even utter out. They don't come out of your mouth when you're angry. You know, I mean, I have a marriage. I'm in a marriage. I have my wife with me. Just because she did something that really pissed me off does not mean that I would just get angry and not tell her, you know what? I'm done with you. I've never said that before in my life. You know, because I believe that certain things that you say you can't take back anymore.
Absolutely.
It will just mess up the relationship from then on. Even if you manage to patch that up, it's still a patch.
Yes. Once you've opened that door, to now take it back is something else. So you think I am a married man is as long as there's commitment and as long as the other, because I really love this definition, right? That you said as long as you both believe you are in a monogamous relationship. So it has nothing to do with your cheating ways. It's to do with, does your wife think she is dating in an exclusive marriage? Not does what your trouser is telling you. Does your wife think it is just you and her? Does your wife think that is the measure, right? If I'm understanding you and Bimbo. Bimbo, help me out here.
Yes, definitely. It's not a question of whether, my wife knows that now I'm a boy. I mean, I gotta go out, you know, I gotta be out. No. She believes that she has exclusive rights to your naughty beats, and she's not happy with it, basically. So she's not happy with you spreading your, sowing your seeds all over the place. Then that is the marriage.
Then you are cheating. Exactly.
If you both have sat down and just talked about it and now said, you know what, you know me, it doesn't mean that all those girls, I don't even know their names. You know, I don't know their names. I'm just, I'm done.
I'm in and I'm out. And she likes that.
And she agrees like, that she said. You know what? He's always coming home to me. That's
I disagree with that.
Bimbo, come to the phone, please. You are miles away and you...
I disagree with that. Is that better?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Can you... Because, no offense, I don't care how comfortable the woman says she is with him playing around with the little skanks out there or whatever, and it's okay. The simple fact of the matter is, why bother getting married? Just lock each other up and, whatever. I mean, the whole point of the commitment is that you are going to make a commitment to that person. Why bother this?
Bimbo, I guess marriage is whatever it is to everybody, and if we look at it from that narrow view of what this traditional marriage is or whatever the biblical marriage is or whatever cultural marriage is, then we may not understand what marriage is to other people. I've seen a show where they said, a couple would decide to go to a swingers club for the first time. They've talked about it. They're married in their own, at least from their own point of view, but it doesn't mean that the fact that they decide to go swing, it does not necessarily mean they're not married. It's just that they've talked about what the boundaries are and they've decided to expand it.
Okay. Whew. I don't even know where to start. Oh, there's so many questions and it's Nkiru that started all these questions. My head is just doing tree at the moment. Is it not you? It's you that started it now. So let's talk about the side chick. What is your definition of a side chick? What is your definition of an extramarital affair? Is it sex? Is it money? Because I know a girl who has a quote-unquote aristo. I'm not even being funny. Our daddy is 70-something, 80-something. The girl told me in confidence that, see, back in the beginning when we started, he was trying to impress me. I later found out he was using Viagra. He'll try to keep it up, try to do this to say, he's still in town. He still knows waiting day. He can still rock my world and everything. But we've been at it for a while now. And I cannot remember the last time we had sex. But if they call him to come to one occasion, it's me he carries. If they call, he loves the whole ego of having a smallie. He loves the whole, he walks, like, he spends more time worried about what I'm going to wear. He's like, my phone show my shopping. For our non-Yoruba listeners, it's like, you have to just slay, you have to go shopping, he loves the ego trip. So that is a situation, and in return, obviously, she gets little financial rewards. She gets what she wants out of the relationship and what have you. So is an extramarital affair money? Is an extramarital affair an exchange of hearts, whatever? So it's not money. So like what Nkiru was saying, that this just happened to be someone that she just liked. It was not an aristo situation. It wasn't a financial arrangement. We just started talking and we got to like each other. Is it sex? Like, I don't want him to have side chicks. Whether he remembers their name, whether he doesn't remember their name, whether they all have the same name, I don't care. I don't want him to have side chicks. What is an extramarital affair? And I'm going to start once again with Bimbo.
Extramarital affair. It doesn't matter if money exchanges hands. It doesn't matter if it's the sex. It doesn't matter if it's it's both or anything. The simple fact of the matter is, when you have a commitment somewhere else that you have made, and you are going outside of that commitment to get other things that you shouldn't. So sex, whether you're giving the person money, whether it is just the fact that you just go there and she whips you like 50 shades of nothing, so that you can get your specific kind of sexual pleasure or whatever it is extramarital affair. Even sometimes an emotional cheating can be extramarital affair, because ideally, if it's things that you should be sharing with your partner, whether they are inadequate or not, that's considered cheating in my book. Now, obviously, they have several grades of maybe how much it might hurt someone, but something that you're doing that in general you kind of know would hurt your partner, whether they put up with it for the kids or for the money or with the lies of, that's how a black man is going to be, that's how whatever, it's all
we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why do the women accept. So let's just stick with the question and the answer. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So would you think it is whatever is being exchanged, if it is stuff you shouldn't be exchanging, be it intellect or money or love or information or whatever, then that is
even
an
if
affair.
It is, yes, that is an extramarital affair. Yes.
Okay. All right. Nkiru.
Ma?
So tired of you.
Because she's getting you tickets now. She has turned to Ma.
Yes,
Bimbo, don't put aside my title. What is it?
So what is an extramarital affair? What's do you know what? I don't want the definition. I want to talk. Wait, don't go anywhere in Kiruka. Let me come back to Bimbo. Which do you think you can deal with, and which do you think would be a no-no? There's a word I'm looking for, like a hard limit. Which do you think no?
Which one? What are we comparing to?
So we're talking about one can be just money. Sex, one can be just aristo, that's just money. Okay. One can be love, one can be emotional affair. She's the person he talks to first thing in the morning. She's the person he talks to last thing at night.
Yeah, all of it. Now see, maybe just the money. I might not mind if we've got bucket loads of money. I've got my own money. I don't have to ask him for money, and we're not suffering in the house.
No, maybe I might not. Your money is my money too. Don't be giving our money to any smally.
It's not even that. It's great. It's a level of pissed off. I might not be as pissed off as I should be. I mean, the minute I find out that shit will stop, but that's still. we can get over that, that kind of stuff. But everything is all bad. It's all bad. It's all cheating. So I won't even get over any of it. I'll be very pissed off. In fact,
that's the one they call. I don't want.
Police will be calling. Exactly. In fact, it'll be some serious stuff.
There is some serious stuff. So, Inkir, what do you think is an extramarital affair, and which one is a hard limit for you that you're like, if he did this, I would leave. If he did these other ones, maybe we could cancel it out. Maybe we could talk about it. Maybe we could. But if he did this one thing, I would leave. So first of all, start with the definition, please.
Extramarital. What's an extramarital affair? The word defines it. Ex-marital. Meaning you are going outside of your marriage.
How about
it's
that?
as simple as that. So basically, it's when you're having an affair with someone, be it emotional, physical, financial, the fact that it's not with your partner that you went to say I do. Nobody sent you to say the I do. You really needed it. But we need to bear in mind, I needed to bring this in, we need to bear in mind there are people that are inside arranged marriages that are not happy in it, so they're doing what they're doing, So that's another thing as well.
Oh, if we start that one, then we'll start having, okay, I didn't mean to marry her, she got pregnant,
okay,
and then we,
Forgive. Okay, let's ignore that. Scott that bit. Off record.
Say that, forgive.
Forgive. Right. So it's a case of emotional, financial, even then get spiritual. There's spiritual love. There's anything that's outside of anything that's outside of man and wife, depending on what kind of relationship they've got. Like my baritone was saying, there is also where you two agree to go to a swingers bar or a swingers club, or there's where you have couples who have open relationships. That's a choice that they've made to be. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, if you're stepping out on the person that you said I want to spend the rest of my life with till death do us part, you forward made the person die because you said it. It doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean?
That's what So unless the person dies. Okay, so I have another question again. When does it stop being a friendship? No, you got caught. Now you are still the axle and Kiri. When does it? Now still you. Where you want to go?
Oh, yeah, go.
When does it stop? And I'm still coming to you, voice. When does it stop being a friend? Because you're saying X, anything outside of the home. What is it about if I have a friend who happens to be a guy? So, when does it stop being a friend, and when does it become an affair? Because you're saying once it is outside the home and you're doing things that you promised you would do with your partner. Well, okay, so I was a little bit hard up for money, and then I go to Dolapo and I was like, Dolapo, see, I have to travel to Nigeria and I don't have money. And then he takes, I don't know, 500 Canadian dollars out of his account or whatever. And he said,
No. That's just giving you money.
That's different now. That's different now.
That's different. You're not shagging
and it's not on a regular basis either. It's not like you're getting monthly allowance.
I disagree with that.
Okay, I'm coming. I knew you would disagree. Oh yeah, wait. Why do you disagree?
Because just working with that scenario, you just paint it for us now. You just come to me and say, okay, you need money, $500, $1,000, whatever. First of all, you must be a friend that is very well known to my wife. And being a woman, I would have probably preferred if it was something that my wife wasn't in know of, Otherwise, if my wife gets to find out, she will be wondering, what kind of relationship are you guys having?
That's $500 plus the two of
you. I remember when after I left the U.S. and I got a job in Nigeria, I was working with a bank and everything, and there was this, wasn't an ex, but it was somebody that, so basically we fooled around when we were 19, our teens growing up in Ibadan, and she was working in the same bank too. And we just kind of like just saw each other like after almost like 14 years, like how are you, blah blah, and we resumed friendship as a normal platonic friendship. But within 2 months, she was just like coming to me with a sob story, blah blah, this and that, and it wasn't, I can't remember what the issue was, but she needed to go to London real quick and she needed money. because she didn't have enough for a ticket. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, more. This is a landmine right here. This is a landmine because...
This is the one they call jump and pass.
If Remy finds out, how do I solve this? What is my explanation? Will she ever believe that there's nothing between me and this babe? Consider the fact that me and her already had a history before.
So,
so
what did you do? What did you do in that situation?
So basically, I just honestly, I went and first up to Remy immediately, oh.
See, you did. Oh, want me marry fufu nene.
Exactly. So you see, I'm at that point, and that is where most guys will be, where you're thinking, okay, there's nothing to it. I have the money. I don't have any intentions towards her. I'm just being friendly, and I want to help her out. But at the same time, you're seeing the landmines that so the whole landscape is fraught with landmines. So you can't make a decision. So me fessing up to the wife is basically asking her to help me make the decision.
Yeah.
So if the wife says give her the money, then you will know it's a joint thing.
Right.
Today I'm changing your name to Solomon. Just too much wisdom. From today we're not calling you Barry again. Now Solo.
Solo. What? Right,
Now Solo.
No, but you see that, Rachel, that's the thing though. Because the thing is, some guys take it for granted that the wife will be fine. They don't think about the repercussions after.
I don't think they take it for granted that the wife will be fine. I think at the time they are given that money, they haven't thought about it to the logical conclusion that one day this lady can find out. I don't think they go through the whole, she'll be fine, she won't mind, so therefore I can give the money.
Because,
nobody is setting out at that point in time. Equally as when a man is climbing on top of another woman, he is not thinking about, oh, my wife will be fine, I know what I will say in case she ever finds out. No, at the time they're like, this girl needs this money, okay, me, I know there's nothing between us, so
if it was a fellow, Bobo, my partner or whatever, I probably wouldn't have thought about and given him the money. The worst fight I would probably have with the wife would be, do you think we can afford that money? That is the fight. That's the fight we have. But it won't be an issue of, I think you're creeping with your Bobo. No.
Exactly, because that's an added dimension. Because and then imagine if your wife had asked you something the week before. Oh, you don't have 100 naira shoe, but you have 500 to give your girlfriend, isn't it? No problem.
Exactly. So basically, there's certain things because it's the opposite sex. It becomes a more complicated thing to deal with. I actually was talking to a friend yesterday who's the family's in the States. He's back home working, and I just called him and I was asking him because he has a guest in his house, in his guest chalet, which is an old friend that we all grew up together. The guy is a brigadier general who's separated from the wife, and the wife happens to be a friend of my Bobo's wife. So my Bobo can't tell his own wife now that your friend's separated husband now is living in my boy's quarter for now. But the question was, now Bobo is my guy. How do I say no to him? Now, if he was a female, I'm sure he wouldn't even put himself in that situation because he'd be like that. So both of you are not just living in the compound by yourself.
You say, no, Coco, move her into the room and let Coco know what you're doing. So let me go back to Inquiry then. Which of the cheatings, or what would you say is an absolute no-no?
The money one, no, the money one I'm fine with, because before I go down start to share money, I go down they hide some of the money already. Anyway. So I'm cool with that because I would have had my own stash. I would still get upset about the money, but it wouldn't be a major issue. My point where I think it would affect me a lot is the emotional part. Because remember we discussed at one point, once you're emotionally entwined with an opposite sex, who is not your partner, if you're in a relationship, be it girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, if you're emotionally entwined to somebody else, someone else you go and talk to, lean on, call every night, go into the room, your husband is in the house, in the parlor. You enter bedroom, say you're going to sleep. When he comes in, you're on the phone, you're like, I think that is the worst stab to the heart than anything else, because it's like, oh, so this person is more important than I am, or so you can talk to that. I think that for me is the biggest no ever. The rest, I can handle. If it's not correct, I will steal your money. If it's money, I will steal your money before you start dashing it to anybody.
Or the day I find out you have enough money to be dashing, I'll be stealing it double. That is the day. Wholesale thief. I'll just be writing checks in my name, like pay share, £1,000, pay share.
That emotional one is powerful. It's a powerful.
You people, you are funny. You are saying you write check to yourself. You write check to yourself. I'll enter the bank, leave with a bag full of cash. I'll be waiting to write check so that check can wait 7 days to clear. So that in the meantime, you are paid for her rent, her botox, her fake boobs.
And you know what? That's what these side chicks be doing with all this cash, you know, botox and boobs.
I know. Okay, that's a long thing. I'm walking into that bag that day. In fact, I'm working with a designer. That Louis Vuitton leather full bag. You know that leather full bag is so giant. The giant one. That's what I'm working with, because obviously, one, if I'm going to be carrying that kind of cash, I'm not doing Ghana Must Go. Why would I be doing Ghana Must Go?
For what? No,
it's for poor people. It's for poor people. Plus, all the whistleblowers will be looking at me if I was doing that. No, I want all the whistleblowers will be looking at Ghana Must Go bag. They know that one, but they won't be. You know, if they see LV bag, they might think, okay, she's put makeup in it and shoes and stuff like that. So yeah. Check. I don't be waiting for check.
Check before check will clear. Or check that he can put a stop to the check. No, you're right. Let's be about the backs transfer. Let's be about these backs transfers.
Yes.
That's what we need to be about, these backs transfers.
Let the Nigerian in you show. You don't want to be disappointed on these Westerners. They'll be doing Nigerian email scam. Don't be anything like that. You want proper Nigerian. You know, like the one with sharp. You enter inside bag, you go and collect it.
Oh my God! I think the money one might be the least emotionally effective, but on a good day, my Ijebu ancestors will not even allow. Like, I will turn up at the girl's job. I will say, give me. I can't sleep. I'm having heartburn because you're out here in diamond chain. That's my diamond chain. You're out here in this car hire purchase that they've been paying for this car for the last 3 months. Give me, bam, 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 bam. So I think I gave you this.
I will report the car stolen.
Oh, neat.
I will report the car stolen. Under her yash. In fact, she'll have slept jail for a few days before they find her.
Because I don't think my husband will be stupid enough to put the car in her name, right? So it'll be in my name. I'll be like, yes, I'm Mrs. Lagbaja. That is Mr. Lagba is our car. I drove it. I parked it in front of the nail spa, and the car went missing.
She thief it. Look at who's paying for it. Look at everything. I have proof. It's our car. I would say, well, she's a thief. In fact, I would say I'm robbery. She took it at gunpoint. That's extra prison jail. It's not just jail, and it's not just prison. It's prison jail. Both of them together.
This is what they call police. Simio. I was on my own. No, Simio.
Mind my own business.
Dolapo is gonna go home today and say, "Thank God I married the sane one." He's not even gonna. He doesn't want anything to do with you.
If this is how women are, let me continue to feed my own the correct medicine.
Be giving her the medicine. Don't miss one day, because the day her head will spark once a woman decides to get even. So you touched on something. We just got carried away. We completely forgot that we're actually supposed to be doing a radio show, and I should be telling you the numbers you need to call if you would like to join us. So therefore, if you are calling from the UK, the telephone number you need to call is 0330-998-1261. If you're dialing in from America, the telephone number is +1, which is your national code, 712 770-4032. If you're calling from Nigeria for life, the telephone number is 01-440-5024. It is a landline number. It costs you the same as if you were calling MTN or Glow or what have you. In all three cases, as always, please enter your access code 264812, and that will bring you straight into the studio. You are still with the Bad Gang on the Talking Drum on Viva Niger Radio. Today we are discussing married men and the women who love them. So we are going to move on to the unlooking. Why do women unlook? Why do women say it's nobody's business, it's okay, I'm okay? Well, for whatever, some justify it, some do the ostrich where they put their head in the sand and do as if they don't know. Some say there's no such thing as a man that doesn't cheat. Some say there's all different kinds, but there are many men, of course, there are many women who don't know that their husbands are cheating, but there are many women who do. And there are women who stay with cheating men, and there are women who, even though their husband is not cheating, they are preparing their shock absorber for that eventuality. Like you hear women say all the time, Omo, I'm not leaving the bita bade yo. Where how do we say bade in English? Where me and this gentleman have got to in our relationship, I am not about to let him go. And I would be stupid. I've actually read this somewhere where someone said, any woman who leaves her husband over infidelity is stupid. That was the term this person used. There is no such thing as a man who doesn't cheat. If you have one just look for the one who doesn't make it disrespectful, who doesn't throw it in your face, who doesn't rub your face in it, blah, 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 blah. This is what this lady said. So that is Act 1, Scene 1. Act 2 is, I want to read this excerpt from Akia Brown. There's a lady called Akia Brown who wrote a book called Beyond Love. So I'm going to read out this excerpt and then we're going to discuss this. And this one, I'm not directing the question to anybody. I really need Boboiro on this one. I need y'all to help me process, please. So it goes. The only way to keep a good black man is to allow him have his side chicks. Wife of successful African-American executive claims in new book. The wife of a successful African-American man has written a book, and in it, she revealed that the only way to keep a good black man is to allow him to have side chicks. Akia Brown, wife of BMB Entertainment CEO Maurice Brown, recently released her book titled Beyond Love, and the content of the book has caused quite a stir in the black community. In the book, Akia reveals that she and Maurice have an open marriage and at one point had two, in parentheses, sister wives. Akia, who is a mother of six. Akia, who is a mother of six, I'm saying it again, said she decided to write the book after people kept asking her about her open marriage and how she was able to make it work. She revealed that honesty is the secret. I want the readers to read the book with an open mind, Akia told Gossip. At the end of the day, everybody just wants to be loved. And when people love someone unconditionally and you're honest enough to say, see, this is what's happening, if they're open and honest enough, you have to be at least open to accepting it. Oh, Jehovah. Akia said her husband tells her everything about his intimate relationships, which have produced 2 children. So I'm assuming these are 2 outside of her 6, right? Uh-huh. She explained that her husband is a giving and caring man with a lot of love to give. Oh, they all give, biology. Oh, he's a giver, and giver shall never lack. Press down, shaking together. Maurice is a giving and caring man with a lot of love to give. and she's fine with him having other intimate relationships with women, so long as he's honest about what goes down. As part of their open marriage, Brown said she is able to have boyfriends too, though she said her husband was enough for her. So,
okay.
The real meaning.
Equation of balance.
Wait, equation never balance. I'm still coming. The real meaning of this book is unconditional love, Akia said. She added, I really wrote the book for women's empowerment. And let them know your past does not define the future. We all go through things relationship-wise, and you need to use them as stepping stones. The real purpose of this book is open communication and honesty. Blah, blah, blah. That's the rest.
She wrote the book for empowerment of women.
That's
empowerment.
In fact,
so let me go back to a point which Dolapo said, equation don't balance. So where you've had this situation where it says, I can have other partners, I just don't, because my husband is enough for me. I've heard this line many times. I have never heard it in an open relationship where it is the husband that sits at home and says, my wife is enough for me. She's allowed to go play. She's allowed to go do what she wants. She's allowed to have sex. So I cannot get away from the fact that there is still some kind of conditioning here where this is a dummy's guide to polygamy. This is a polygamy 101. This is African, Caribbean, American, several years as slaves, father, the distilled, watered down, diluted version of polygamy as we know it. Because I've heard these things, there's sister wives and Mormons, there's this, there's that, and they all say this exact same line. Yes, he has a lot of love to give. Yes, he's still completely generous to me and our kids and da-da-da-da-da. Actually, if I wanted to, I totally could go out and have another boyfriend. Just that he no hungry me is what is always the female line. So I don't believe those are... and there are genuine open marriages, and I don't dispute that at all. There are marriages where the men, and Dolakwa says something about swingers parties where they go out under consensual whatever, and everybody forms their own little rules. But this idea that I'm in an open marriage that is so open that he's had 2 kids. Do you know what 2 kids is? Is 9 months of Bel Air. It's so easily at least a year's relationship with each woman. That's assuming it's 2 separate women, right? So you're in an open relationship that is yielded, and there was a point where she had 2 sister wives, 2 women at the same time. He was runzing at the same time, and you're saying, but you just choose to stay at home because you're not in an open relationship. If only one person's doing the fucking, I'm sorry. That's not an open relationship. That is, I have decided to let him do what he wants to do in order to keep him. That is it. Because it's imbalanced if only one person is stepping out. It's imbalanced.
Okay, all right. Let me try and be controversial a little bit. All right, since our only ringtone is not around.
You want to help our ministry.
Carry the mantle.
Let me help you. So basically, I think you read, and you can correct me there when you read out this whole thing now, that she said she has had boyfriends in the past.
No. She said this thing allows her. So she's able to. So let me look for the exact same passage.
Right.
As part of their open marriage, Brown said she's also able to have boyfriends, though she said her husband was enough for her. That's her exact word.
Okay, now, you see, that statement is still open-ended because able to, I'm not sure whether, she didn't say, I'm able to, but I've never done it because my husband. She just said my husband is enough for me. Maybe you've tried it and found out that your husband is enough for you. I don't know. But all that being said, I have a feeling that's what this man has, and for God's sake, he lacks control. He's in a situation where, for God's sake, he cannot handle pregnant women. So he got to go on to the next one. So So if his wife has had, I mean, he's been pregnant 6 times, I'm thinking, I have a feeling that the side chick must have come around when the wife was carrying belly.
One of her 6.
Yep. And she was fine with it the first time.
Right. And obviously he can't deal with that because he doesn't even have control, because you go give side chick belly again.
2 twice. Maybe 2 different side chicks, maybe the same side chick twice.
Now, but like you rightly put, she is. So I'm not sure whether I can say she's suffering from a complex issue here, where she feels like she needs that man to feel complete. But in a society where we have African Americans have been bashed to the point where the black male is almost, I call the black male an endangered species, basically, where she's now feeling like she's on this crusade to keep one, and you will do anything to make sure that the environment for that one is conducive enough for him to stay. You've become an enabler. I'm not saying that the man won't cheat if she didn't help him, but obviously, why help him do it in the first place? He's going to get to the point. I mean, he's not even going to go. He's already gotten to the point where he's now open about it, and he's not telling you, I met this chick. Very soon, he'll be asking you for points like, how do I sample that thing? What should I tell?
There's nothing to say. So let me say a personal thing here. I have half siblings. I have a half brother. I have a half sister. They are both, there's 3 years between them. So at the very least, if we just go based on Bele, my daddy was messing with this woman for 4 years minimum. Now that we've all grown up,
you only slept with that twice.
The half between 4 years. They're now grown up, and we all know each other. There's no difference between us. Nobody even knows we're half siblings. We call us, this is my brother, this is my sister, this. Their mom passed is the only way that people even knew that we weren't the same mom, because people were greeting me. Shepe mama, now your mama go die. My mama no die. It's, that was how it even came out, that we weren't the same mom. So my point is this: my mom supposedly made her peace with it. She stayed with my dad. She had a lot of inner angst and inner things that she was dealing with and whatever, but she never left. And she consoled herself with the whole, that woman is an outsider. That woman is, when they are calling Mrs. Onomusi, I am Mrs. Onomusi. When they are calling, when we have to do any kind of occasion or anything where a man needs to stand up and stand next to his wife, I am his wife. I've spoken to my half siblings, specifically the one that is the female inside, so to my half sister, and I have reason to believe that, this was not some slut. My dad made promises to her mother that made her feel like she was in a genuine relationship with my dad. I think this is what happens. So when wives look at outsiders like home wreckers or whatever, it's like, what was your husband saying to the... There's no crazy person who would just look at herself up and down and just carry belly for her. He didn't email the sperm over to her. He didn't, yes, there's some instances where condom and the woman does something with the condom, but most of the time, the guy spins a yarn. There is always some kind of story. Oh, I'm not getting on with her. Oh, she doesn't understand me like you do. Oh, this. Oh, I only married her because she was pregnant. Oh, this, oh, that, and the other, and the other, and the other.
But that has always been the game.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying let us wake up to this and not call a woman a whore or anything like that. There are things that are being said.
It's the way we're wired. It's the way we're wired. All right, we are men. We have this naughty beat that requires signals to it. And those signals start with what we see.
Who wire una? Who wire una? Is it the same God that wired us?
Rewire.
Whoever the rewire is or the electrician, that's the way he did it. You know, in the old, all the old houses back home, where they pass all the wires to the bulb, to the switches, the wires are always on the outside, running alongside of the wall.
Yes.
Those are men. We are men. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Now, with women, regardless of whether it's your wife or is a side chick or a potential side chick, we all know women, in most cases, is not what you see that triggers this desire and this lust that makes you froth. We know that we need to appeal to your heart because it's an emotional thing.
We're saying the same thing. So I'm saying about this woman. So what I'm saying about the people who say they're fine. So this one's saying my husband is completely... He has enough love, he's so generous. Oh, I don't mind. Oh no, we have an open relationship. Oh no, as long as there's honesty, as long as there's understanding there. Oh no, this. So my mom today, so this woman has passed. Like I said, it was only when this woman passed that people even knew that we weren't the same parents. This woman has now passed. So to all intents and purposes, my mom, quote unquote, won, right? She's Mrs. Onomusi. She's the one who stayed with him. Oh, what a prize, right? I remember I was having a conversation with a friend the other day and saying, oh, don't even bother cooking anything. My father doesn't eat outside. And so my friend was joking and I said, hey, yeah, that means no matter where you people go. I was like, I grew up with this thing, you know, even if we go for a party, they're serving rice, they're serving, Popsy won't eat. So they'll finish at the party. Even if my mom packs takeaway, when we get home, she still has to cook because my dad doesn't eat outside food or whatever. He did it a few times, had a nasty stomach turn, does not, that's his own little asha, and that's about that. That's his own little habit. He doesn't eat it. And I said, hey, yeah, that's so lovely, Sha. When I was like, no, house girl can't cook for my father. Or if it is not my mother that cooks it, my father won't eat it. And so my friend was all gushing. And I'm like, that's all. I'm like, man, fuck you. It's not lovely. You know they chop outside food. You know they chop outside food, but to get outside belly. When you go to woman house, you know they shop her food. You know let's talk about what's really going on. Oh, you don't eat outside food, but you eat. Anyway, years later after the fact, I mean, I didn't know about my half siblings today or yesterday or the day before yesterday. We kind of grew up with them. It was just us, and then these so-called kids started turning up when we're about 14, 15 and they come for a little Christmas holiday, come for a little Easter, to the point that actually my half-brother lived with us and went from our house to when he married and moved into his own apartment. But what I'm trying to say is, you ask my mom something, anything at all to do with my dad will turn it instead of dealing with whatever you are saying, instead of dealing with what is actually happening, or if my dad has a flaw to play in something like, this thing that daddy did is not good, or my mom will completely, and I don't think she even knows when she's doing it, she will just completely deflect and either say something about this other woman, that was before the woman passed, or say something about the kids. So that's somebody who claims she's over it. That's somebody who claims, the best person won. That's somebody who claims nothing happened. She loves the other children like they're hers. She brought them up, and there was never any partiality. Everybody had the same number of meat in their plates. Everybody had the same blah, 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 blah. She claims she's completely, these children are not news. My half-brother is almost 40. My half-sister is in her mid-30s. My mom is going to be 70 this year. This is not a today something. And she claims to be completely fine. And I'm just looking at this Akia Brown. And I'm like, you're another one. You're another one who's just saying whatever you need to say to deal with the situation of the fact that your husband steps out on you on the regular. So you put pretty words on it. You wear a nice little suit. You wear a nice little shirt. You wear but if you are not in an open marriage, i.e. you are shagging outside, all you're doing is justifying. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. That is all you're doing. That's how I feel. So when people say equation no balance because she's learned to live with it. She's even learned to justify it. But nothing beats he is all mine. Nothing beats it. They can ice it, slice it, or dice it. Nothing beats it. That's just how I feel. It's this whole publication is nonsense. Now,
Go.
Is it worth it
Go.
to be able to sleep at night? Yes. But don't turn around and make it like it's a good thing or it's something we should all aspire to, or the reason why our men are leaving us is because we didn't allow them to have side chicks.
And it's that bold claim that she makes is if you want to keep a good black man. And I'm thinking, first off, you just insulted every black man out there. This is me fighting for my brothers now. And I'm not just talking about, I'm fighting for the brothers and the black brothers. I'm actually fighting for my siblings right now because I know them enough and I know their flaws enough to know if they are pottering about. And this is also to the good men that I know that are married as well. How dare she reduce the commitment that it made to their partners in the eyes of the world because she needs to feel better about herself, because some foolish person in primary school taught her how to write English and she put it in a book, then that means that she knows this or she knows that. The same fact of the matter is, it is a coping mechanism. It is a coping mechanism. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. That should hurt her because really they were in an open relationship. Simple fact of the matter is she should be doing her own. Yes. She's not sleeping around because she knows the minute she does it, her husband is going to dump her like a used bag of used box of tissues. So it's all a lie. It's a coping mechanism. And for her to make this bold statement, in fact, you know what? I can't even waste energy on her. Like, she's just one of those women.
So we've got, I can't even waste energy. We're not alone, ladies and gentlemen. We have all the troublemakers are in the house. Hello. We have Taiwo Onijogbon. I told you I've changed your name. Taiwo Onijogbon, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Good evening, all.
Good evening.
Hello, Taiwo. Good evening, Taiwo. How are you?
And then, of course, we have the one, the only, the indomitable Anthony.
Hello, people. Hello, baby boo.
Hello, my darling. Hi, Papi.
How you doing, mommy? You alright, mommy?
Orí ti bàjẹ́ lọ́rùn.
Excuse me, Rachel, remove your jealousness. Remove your jealousness from here. I don't understand it. Go and focus on your back W, I beg.
I don't mind them.
You want tickets? You want tickets?
I'm getting the tickets, Daddy. She has made commitments over the airways.
Please. Don't threaten my baby boo there, please. If you don't want
to
go with your ticket, we get 100 tickets.
Exactly, please.
Oh, look, they say you have 100 tickets.
By the way, Rachel,
are we talking about, though? Which ticket?
Rachel, I'll send you WhatsApp.
You say you send me WhatsApp. You see, you're talking out of two sides of your mouth.
Let me send you any WhatsApp here.
What's happening?
Y'all don't vex for my papi, Jerry. Hello, papi. You right?
My unbended knees. My unbended knees.
Like they say in my language, Belarai.
As in Iranu. The Iranian.
You're jealous of us. Y'all do from Canada, you're jealous of us too, eh?
Even from across the river. Now, wow.
I beg, let's talk better. Let's move on, please.
Thank you, Jerry.
Is that Inkiru? What's there? Which one is there now? Inkiru, what's your own?
Let me defend myself first. It's not me. It's Taiwo.
That's Taiwo.
Oh, is it Taiwo? Taiwo, I thought you were on my side, though. Look
we
at
have a full house. Rachel has just joined us. HR manager.
Hello. Have you guys been good?
Hey, Rachel, how are you?
We've been good, until Tony came.
I hear your voice. I don't talk to you so much.
Rachel, you need to come closer to your speaker. We can barely hear you. But yes, we've been good. Can you say something, please?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, that's a bit better now.
Okay.
So let's get back to the topic because we have 40 minutes left. So, to those that have just joined us, we're talking about a woman who, Akia Brown, she's a mother of 6, and she's saying that to keep a good black man with you, to keep a good black man down, you need to let him have his excesses. You need to unlook when he has other girlfriends. You need to unlook when he does what he wants to do. She says her husband is just a wonderful man, caring man, kind man with a lot of love to give. So they're in an open marriage, and she doesn't mind them being in an open marriage as long as there is complete honesty. She says she knows everything about all his intimate shenanigans, who he's with, where he's going, where he's coming from, what else does she say? She says, so there was a part where she said at one point, she says, we're in an open marriage, and at one point she had 2 sister wives. She's a mother of 6, and these other relationships have yielded 2 other children. So altogether, this gentleman has 8 children. She said it is a completely open marriage. So as part of their open marriage, Brown said she is also able to have boyfriends, just that she said her husband was enough for her. I am really writing this book for women's empowerment and to let them know that their past does not define their future. We all go through things relationship-wise, and you need to use them as stepping stones. So we're talking about women who allow or justify or make excuses for men to cheat. So we've all heard it. We're all growing up from a Nigerian culture, right? So we've all heard things like, oh, there's no guy that doesn't cheat. There's no guy that doesn't do this one. There's no guy that doesn't do that one. You better stay. And I read somewhere that there was a lady that said, any woman who leaves her husband because of infidelity is a foolish woman. Basically, like how do you say that in English? A jobless. Yeah, I just say it in English. This one said So, is a jobless person? Is it this person? Is it that person? So, yeah, what do we make of women who make allowances for men to do this? Do you think it's a coping mechanism, or do you think they're telling the truth? Do you think the sooner women accept that men will cheat, then the better for everybody? Let's know what we're doing. Let me start with Taiwo Nijogbo, and then I'm going to go around the room. Taiwo, what do you think? Do you think these women are making excuses, or do you think there's some truth to what they're saying?
It's very difficult to say if they're making it up or they use it as an alibi, because number one, Nigerian culture does allow for men to be promiscuous. You know, it's not something that you write about, oh yeah, my husband cheated, cool, I want to die. Then we say, what's wrong with you? So if you look at it from Nigerian culture perspective, even though I don't agree with it, don't get me wrong, I can say yes. Maybe they say, yeah, they might have an open relationship, that would be acceptable. But if you come to this side of the world, this Western world, it's not. It can't be done. It's just you and your husband. Because when you're married, it's just you and your husband.
Wait, so no, I'm not comparing cultures now. My question is this: when these women say, listen, just deal with it. Let them have their side pieces. Let them. So far they come home. So far they are caring. So far they are still, doing school fees, doing this, doing that. Bear in mind, this woman is completely African American. She's not Nigerian. She's not African in any way, shape, or form. She is obviously a black person, and we know about all this baby daddy, so there's obviously something there that has come down the lines or come down the generation. But my question is this: when these women say these things, is it they're just justifying or trying to make their reality hurt less? Or is there truth in it that men cheat. All men cheat. All men have wandering eye, and the sooner women deal with that, the better.
Right. It's a very difficult question to answer. I can't answer. Only a woman can answer that question.
So,
why?
To be honest,
Sorry.
Rachel,
I
I was pleading the fifth.
it's not the fifth.
Yeah, exactly.
First of all, there's 7 of us in here, so he can't plead the fifth. Secondly, Rachel, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're using a hands-free or what you're doing, but your voice is the faintest here. I'm straining to hear you. If there's a way you can come closer or hold the phone. Say something, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. So, Taiwo, I'm going to come back to you because that answer is just not working for me. Just come and be good. Let me go to Nkiru. Nkiru, what do you think? Do you think these women are just trying to console themselves? And if so, why are they dragging other women? Like, if you want to sit in your house and let your husband sleep with everybody and born half boy, half girl everywhere, why are you writing a whole book and making it out like it's law? Like, this has to happen. This is the best way to have a family. Or do you think she's right? Do men cheat, and should women learn how to deal with this? By the way, this show is about married men and the women who love them and let them. We're not saying women don't cheat, though. That's not before. I know there's someone on the line now. Ready to kill me. Me personally, I know that we have black belts in this shenanigans. So,
what are you talking
but this is what this show is about right now. So, do you think they are consoling themselves, or do you think they have a point when these women say these things?
You see this lady, the Akia.
Akia, no, it's not only Akia. You know what? I can't even deal with you. Alton Towers, my friend.
For me personally, all she's saying, all she's gibbering on about, she's only trying to console herself for the situation that she's in. She cannot tell me for a fact that she is happy in what she's doing, what's going on in her home. She cannot. There is no female. Listen, as much as some of us like to carry on, some of us, excluding me, some people like to carry on like say they're hard. Alaye chicks and all. It's a lie. It don't work. The fact that you have a man, you have 6 children with, he steps out on you, you are aware, and you're calling them sister wife. What is sister
where does he even have the time to even step away with 6 kids in the house?
What does that mean by where that word comes from, sister wife? Then you're telling me they have 2 children outside. So when the man dies, what annoys me the most that after these men misbehave, they will die and leave you to deal with their shit. Because wives now, yes, they die and leave you with their shit. My father had 2 wives. One wife no do him. He was greedy. He took a second one. Now he died. He left the 2 women. 2 women don't talk. The children we get on, we have WhatsApp group, but the mothers don't talk. But it's like, how can she tell me she's happy? Oh, she can have a boyfriend, but she's happy with her husband. She's lying. On paro, she's lying. She ain't happy and shit. She's still sister wife. If she had a gun, she would be a vigilante. Go at night, kill them in their bed, and come home and pretend like all shit is good. So please, she's consoling herself. She's consoling herself.
Very good. Thank you. Rachel, Ngbo, what do you make of this?
I'm here. Can you hear me better?
Oh, you are just in shorts. Over too much.
Yes. The life of talking drum. I was working and holding my phone and trying to hear you guys.
Bless you. Thank you so much for joining us. So, what do you think? Sorry you didn't hear everything right at the beginning, but I think you're familiar with this story and this lady. Her name, Nkirika said her name is Akia. What do you think of Akia's story?
Please, I love Akia. Let's not insult Akia with this stupidity. I think, like Nkiru said, and this is her way of coping. Because one, she's not in an open marriage.
Yes.
An open marriage is where I can go out and you can go out. That BS about I'm satisfied with my man is what it is with man. It's BS exactly. She cannot step out on him. She's not in an open marriage, so this is not an open marriage. She has just found a way to cope. She has a very bad form of inferiority complex where she obviously does not believe that she's enough for anyone. And in order to make herself comfortable, she's accepting that she needs other people to assist her to keep this man. But I also want to take a little bit step back, and I want to address something Taiwo said when he said the Nigerian culture allows for promiscuity on the man's part. No, the Nigerian culture does not allow for that. It allows for polygamy. Polygamy is not for promiscuity because traditionally the man would have to marry this other woman. That is a form of marriage. Our culture has never allowed for promiscuity. We shame people who are promiscuous. So now to come back to the foolish one that doesn't know what is wrong with her, she needs to go learn what an open marriage is like. Or she needs to go buy a dildo, and then she can be satisfied with her dildo instead of sharing a community up and down.
Come and write the book. I'm wasting paper. Paper and type it.
It depends on people. So, and by the way, everybody's happiness is subjective. If she said, listen, my man steps out on me, he has 2 children by 2 other people, but let me not lie, the bills are paid, the kids are taken care of, I'm happy, I ain't going nowhere. So in case any of these women are going to Mountain of Fire and Miracles every night, thinking that I will leave him, better come down from on top of mountain and go and eat. Stop all your fasting, because me, Akia, I am not leaving this man. That would be splendid. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But to try and quote it as something more than what it is where I think I have a problem with it. So, Dolapo, please, step in, please, Barry Wise. Solomon, sorry, step in, please, Solomon. Oh, why do people wait? We've changed Dolapo. He's very wise. Sorry, I started calling him Solomon.
Name is Solomon, please.
Yeah, because I was about to say who's Solomon, no, but Solomon face, I know Solomon.
It's Solomon.
Okay, so what's the question there?
So the question is, the lady now, Akia, the question is about Akia.
You see that? When you call her, you don't call her Solomon, finish now. If wisdom, you don't come out. You don't remember the question again.
That's how.
Oh my goodness.
That is what we women do. We know how to rub our men's stomach and do their ego. By the time I called the Solomon, he was like, tell me again, what is it that you want? What happened? What do I mean? Yes, Dolapo, please don't tell anybody I rubbed anything, because me, I know your wife can beat me. So I'm saying it with one mouth, I'm taking it back with the other mouth. Please, I didn't rub anything. No. This is me on national radio saying I didn't rub. So I'm listening, Dolapo. Do you think that she's consoling herself, or do you think there is some truth? Do you think women just need to get their head around what is going on, and the sooner they get their heads around it, the better for all concerned?
Definitely. I mean, I think everybody has said it. This is just a coping mechanism. This is her response to probably everybody out there, including her friends that have probably made snide remarks about what is going on. And this is her saying, he's not cheating on me. I know about it. We have agreed to this. I'm free to go ahead and step out if I want to. I'm just not that kind of person. All that in our story. The guy they step out. You can't do anything about it. For some reason you can't seem to do anything about it, and you are afraid that for whatever reason you will feel totally incomplete and insecure if you were to just leave. And that's a problem. So definitely I don't believe her story. I don't think she needs to be telling anybody or women out there that is the way it's done. Deal with your own shit.
Deal with your own shit.
Just come out and just own it and say, you know what, this is my own reality right here. But I'm like you said, and this is how I'm going to deal with it, because I am not going to let all those women out there to come out and take after I don't so the thing don't go now. It won't begin pluck. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you do it. If she has said that, I would have been like, you know what? Amazon woman, carry your bow and arrow. Go ahead.
Feel free. So, Dolapo, I know I'm going to hear the life of my head right now, but okay. What do you make
Who's
of what
talking
she's...
now?
It's you now. It's your Tony. Boo?
Tony now.
Mrs. Akila.
You called him Dolapo.
I called him
Adio.
my Dolapo has entered my head now. Tony, when you left us for so long, you are just like, who is even Tony self? Oh yeah, Tony. What do you think? What do you think? Tony won't curse me now.
Oh yeah, so what are you saying?
I'm asking you a question,
you
my
don't
friend.
remember.
If they're asking you the question answered, you think I will be rubbing your head like the lack
Oh,
of...
I had the question. I know the question. I thought you wanted to say something else again.
No. You go right ahead.
You see, this so African women that is on this radio station. Your body today hot.
Any small thing.
All of your body today hot.
Any small
Wait till
thing.
constant you. Now someone else get headache. Now you they use Panadol. Which one be that one? The woman says she happy. She says she's happy with the lifestyle she wants with her husband. She wrote a book about it. She's happy. Left her alone. I believe her. Me, I believe her wholeheartedly. I believe her wholeheartedly. The woman has seen the gospel. She has come into the light. All the darkness around her has been moved. Now she is in the light. She can read a man. And most men out there, look, I have said this so many times. There are some men that will not cheat on their woman. That they are just principled and they are made like that. Those percentage are very, very small. They are very small. Maybe 15%. That is to be even very generous. It's 15%. Let me
One
tell
in
you.
three.
Most men.
1 in 3 is 33. That one is too high. He's saying 15%. I'm listening, Tony Jerry. Fine boy.
I'm saying I'm just being generous with that number. Most men, when they go out, especially the ones that go out to club and drink, the moment you get drink inside your body and you see woman, let me tell you how bad it is. When you first enter club as a man, there's some ugly girls by the door. You will never talk to them. You will enter, go and dance. By the time drink enter your body like this,
enter the blood.
those women will be Miss Nigeria to you. You will not know until you start chatting them. And they are very easy. They will leave you when you enter. They will tell themselves, don't worry, let him drink. He's coming back to us. They will come back. That is how bad a man, 85% of men will, I don't even know whether is promiscuous or dog or what. They will do what they want to do. Now, this woman has now identified that, look, all this dog where I see around me, it's better for me to just understand and give myself peace of mind that this stupid man, anytime he go, whether he do or he no do, let me just assume that he has done something. So I will not kill myself inside this house. And she wrote a book. Okay, now for her to now start advising other women, that is a bit going too far. Because she cannot advise other women on how to run their own house.
For all I care.
No, she cannot be telling other women. Because other women too, let me tell you, even going to tell other women. You see, most of you women, you at the back of your mind, you have a feeling that this stupid man is cheating on me. Even though he has not done it, you are saying, this man, I can't trust this man. That is why sometimes when his phone rings, you don't want to pick it. Not because he will shout on you, because at the same time you are thinking, what will I see there now that will mess up my whole day? Let this foolish man come and take his phone and go. You see, we don't want to face reality, but sometimes at the back of our mind, especially when you are going to supermarket with your man, and they're walking in front of you, and one woman that is, you know, is his spec, walk past, the man will take style. Whether he look at her afar off, or he turn his head before the woman reach him. So by the time the woman walk past him, he will stay him back.
Yes, Tony. At this point in time, we have to join forces, all right? The path you are following there now, you want to make lucre a crime.
Lucre?
No, lucre is not a crime.
No. So let me say this right quick, because I completely agree with Tony, and I've always held this view that, and you know, I want to ask Rachel, Benin Rachel, because the bill I said they get jazz for that Benin. I I've always said that there are women who will sit at a party with their man, and Naomi Campbell could walk in and they will not flinch. They won't stand up. They won't do nothing. They won't even do as if they saw her. And there's some other women that just look like a normal woman. Maybe she's a RN, a registered nurse somewhere. She just saw free coming. She greets everybody. She's completely polite to everybody. And you will see this woman will hold her uncles and say, "Oh yeah, we're going home. We're going home." The babysitter just called. They said there's something wrong with one of the children. We have to leave. So I think you're right. Sometimes women do have to help their men because their men don't have sense.
Not that they don't have sense. They have too much sense. What do you mean they don't have sense? Because they are cheating. Because they are trying to help. They are trying to help another woman being. You say they don't have sense.
Is that fair?
Do you know the ratio of women to men in this world that we are right now?
It's what I'm saying. That's why I said let me ask Rachel. Rachel,
help me question now.
Help me go to Borokoko and collect jazz for Tony. That's the question. That's what.
So do wait. Lucre is not a crime. I don't understand women that give themselves headache. I help my husband look very well. Have you seen that one? Look, it's exactly what you like. You can look, but you only be touching me.
Just only looking.
Now,
So
I look also. I see the 6 pack and all of that. I'm like, damn, that looks good, and I like that. How come you don't
if
have
only
that?
it stops at looking. If it stops at looking, nobody is holding anybody. If it stops at getting your appetite outside and going to eat food inside,
I don't understand that lucre is also an art form. There's a lucre that if you focus, the picture that your wife will see on your face is a dog with a tongue hanging out, panting, and you have things dribbling out your side of your mouth like that. No, that is bad form. Now, if you are with Madame and one happens to walk by you, you can look by pointing out to Madame that what kind of rubbish are these girls wearing today?
Hey! Solomon!
There was a day
you don't kill everything today.
There was a day my older brother was telling me that when a girl is walking towards you and you can see shadow of hip, like this girl be like Ugo Genyash, before she reaches you and before she passes you, turn as if you're looking at something behind you, and you start.
That is what I was saying.
It's like this is where we came from last time, so that by the time the girl passes you and is walking, you are in a very vantage point to see everything that you wanted. So it won't be like it's because of the girl you turned, though you would have turned. So you just. I'm like, you gentlemen.
And you know this lucre thing that you're talking about, that one woman said, who was saying, which I look and I see 6 pack and I say to my husband, Ali, you don't have 6 pack like that. Look, lucre by women is different from lucre by men.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Lucre, women are emotional. Do you interact emotionally?
There's no women are not emotional. This is my type of woman.
Yes, that's why women are. I mean, emotional when you want to have a relationship with a man. That's what I meant.
That is the biggest fallacy I've ever come across.
It's not fallacy. You have to sleep with a man because you like him and you gel with him. A man does not need to gel with a woman. He just sleep with her.
Tony. I will sleep with you. You look good. You got the stamina. I will help you, forget you, and leave you on that damn bed. I don't even need your number. I don't need to know your name.
That is not about
I don't need to know your name.
Wait.
That has nothing to do with emotions.
Reduce the volume of your telephone first. Don't crack my ear for me, Gary. Just reduce it.
It's not good now.
Let me just finish.
It's not good.
Let's finish. You, my God Almighty. Baby boo, are you there? Please talk to these women.
Baby boo is just like me. Baby boo is worse than Rachel.
Tony, Tony, you can fight your own fight on this one because me, I'm motivated on this one. I can look. I reach home, I take the man, I say, look, I've had my sin. My body has been dancing all day in the streets with all the fine men. So, assume the position. Thank you very much.
Since we've decided to sidetrack a little bit, and I have a question on with regards to this look.
Please do.
All right. Now, not necessarily look. If we look at, I'm trying to think of what the ideal or the beautiful woman out there is as a celebrity that most men will probably look at as pick one. Like, man, this baby's fine. The way you women
look at someone like a woman like Amber Rose. I do not like her for anything.
No, I understand that.
I do not like her for anything. But our body is banging. Our body is like maybe God created man. God created man on the fifth day. He now starts. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me just get to my question there. When women will start talking about, say, like Idris Elba, now they'll be like, oh, look at, that body, look at that skin or whatever. Even we say that to your man. I know that, okay, maybe because the guy is on TV, so you think that he's not within reach or whatever, but you describe it in such a way that we can almost see you in bed with this person. But a man will never look at his wife and tell her that, look at that man, see the way the bobby just set like that. And
why not? Why not?
That's not you. Why not?
We won't, because we know.
Let me say this. My husband has an antenna when it comes to women.
Wait, one at a time, otherwise the line. So let me hear Rachel first, please.
See, when it comes to women, my husband has antenna. You see that trick of turning your head before? I know him already. If the eyes is going a certain direction, I'm like, oh boy, park and look. I get the description. I'm that comfortable. He'll tell me, oh my goodness, look at that ass. You need a shovel to lift it up and go in there. These are conversations we have for real. So I don't know why anybody, because if you're married, this is your best friend. I do not feel insulted in any shape, form, or way. I know exactly the thought process that's running through his head. And I would say vice versa too. My husband would not be worried if I was in a room naked with a white man. However, if I'm in a room naked with an absolutely gorgeous black man, that man will get a run for his money for a couple of hours. I cannot guarantee that nothing's going to happen. That's my weakness.
What is the difference between you and Mrs. Akila now?
Akia.
Tell me, what is the difference between you and Akila?
I'm in an open relationship. I am exploring that open relationship to the full. It is not one-sided. Mrs. Akia is one-sided and deceiving herself.
She's not. No, she said she has her own too. She said she has her own stuff too.
Mrs. B and Q.
No, she said.
Yes.
No, she said she's satisfied with her man.
She said she can. Tony, she said she can. She says being in an open relationship means she can, but she doesn't need, because a man gives her enough love for one person.
You're not different from her now.
No, I will. If I am. This has been established at the beginning of this show that I am monogamous.
No, I'm not putting you down because of it. I'm just saying you are not different because in the sense that you understand your husband and your husband understands you. You allow him to look.
But I understand my husband enough to know my husband is monogamous, which is why Rachel is monogamous. He can look
monogamous. Let me tell you, wait.
Tony's about to say something. Go ahead. Yes.
Every man is monogamous. Every man, not okay. Let's say 90% of men are monogamous in the sense that they won't want another wife in the house.
Yeah, but I actually thought you were going to say something profound.
But they will chop and clean out outside without you knowing. So whether it's monogamous,
so let me define monogamous. He is a one-man, one-woman kind of person. I am not a one-woman, one-man kind of person. That is a choice because that's the man I married. He's a one-man. He's like all these animals that mate with one person and they have to die with the person. So I've decided to die with my husband too because I don't want.
So if he goes to Nigeria now and go and visit Nigeria for like 1 week, are all those categories of girls that we see there, and when he finish with them, is he going to come So I mean, where are you, sir? Which village are you?
New York.
So when he comes back to New York now, will he tell you that when he went to Cielo and he saw this big babe and he carries him out home, and then the bank, he just gave her 10K to go back. Just, thanks for coming, and that was it. Nothing, no strings attached. Will he come and tell you?
He will not be taking her home to bang her. He will tell me he saw a big babe with a huge butt. Maybe I want your butt to look like that. And he's not waiting to get to New York to tell me. We're talking about it. I'll be getting a text message and a picture of the behind. Like, shit, have you seen this? This looks huge.
Wow. Selah, as you know, my show. Do you know what? Let's.
You are married to Deputy Jesus Christ. Just keep him. Please keep him.
So now, Rachel, if your Deputy Jesus Christ now decide that, okay, I want to have a sister wives, what do you say? Going to say? Brother husband. Don't forget, brother husband. I will not divorce my husband because he cheated on me. We will just rewrite our agreement. Remember me, I love good things, and I would absolutely like to have a role in the head with someone else. So if you decide that you want someone else in your bed, be prepared for the fact that, yeah, Rachel, I'll have a side dish. I'm an old person. I know that. I've always known that. So if I'm sticking with monogamy because this is something that you want, if you decide to rewrite that contract, having been with you since when I was 13, I'm not divorcing him for no other person to come and take up all the work I've done and divorcing you. Your ass is going to get a different kind of punishment. The beginning is we rewrite our contract. You deal with my side dude, you get your side girl.
And let's be following ourselves. I just want to say, I just want to move on real quick because otherwise we're going to stay on this topic. The truth of the matter is, we will not agree, but I think we did agree actually, because even Tony, who is our Mr. Controversial, had to say that the only problem was her giving her book as some sort of advice to live by. If that's how you people are doing in your house, so be doing it. That's fine. If you think what you're doing is an open marriage, that's fine. If you want to born all the children and let him pack all of them to come and live in you people's house, beautiful. Don't write a book. Don't make out like your life works or that this is the standard, basically. I want to quickly touch on something, and we've literally only got 8 minutes left, so I'm going to whiz around the room and see what people have to say. I was having a conversation with someone which was also part of this topic, which was married men face a heck of a lot more temptation than single men. That certainly in Nigerian communities, I don't want to talk about what Oyinbo do in their lives or whatever they're doing, but certainly in Nigerian communities, it would seem like the second a guy gets a ring on his finger, he becomes more attractive to certain kinds of women. And this led me to think, actually, yes, it's true. And actually, yes, there are reasons for this. But I don't want to espouse my reasons just yet. I want to hear from the room. Do you people think this is true? And if so, what is the reason for this? Why is it that somebody will get a certain amount of play as a bachelor, fine boy, everything, going about his little business, he's staying in his little flat or his little... But then the second he marries, all of a sudden, it's like the honeys be all up on him. So let me go around the room. Let me ask the men, first of all. Let's just even say the first question to the men is this true? Starting with Dolakbo. Did you find when you recently got, not now that you are not even recently married again, you are Aristo level. Any girl that finds you now is looking for, she wants to rub your stomach. That's just the truth.
That would be all I'll need, Chef.
That's cuckoo all you want. And small respect on your name. I'm about to put a little respect on it. So, first of all, is it true? If you can think back to quite when you first got married, and let me ask the other gentlemen too, is it true that once you are married or if you're wearing a wedding band or something, women just, their body will start doing them Paulina.
For really when before marriage, I guess I still went clubbing. I did all that thing with my boys, and it almost seems like you're that male, if you ever watch the way lions and the pride of lions interact, you have that male, the young adult that does not have, the full pride around him yet, still hunting around, and he's almost walking by himself or with maybe two other males where they're still talking like, oh, I'm gonna get my own wife one day, I'm chasing this one, but that's Baba no hair. You're almost at that level, and that's the way it seems. But the moment it seems like, okay, they don't put a ring on it, now you just sit back, and it now seems like, whoa, where the hell have all these ones been? Why are you attracted to me like this? Why are you talking to me? Nobody said I was fine before now, but I'm sure that I didn't do any surgery to augment anything here. So I do believe it. I don't have the data to back it up, but I notice this a lot. I noticed this a lot, yeah.
Okay, so Tony, what do you think? Did you find this to be the case? If once a man gets married, are married men likely to get more play? Are they more attractive to women than single men?
Yes, without a doubt.
Okay, so that's 2 out of 3. Taiwan, is this true?
Let me listen. It's like this.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yes.
Tony, go ahead.
There's the adage that says, what you can't have is very sweet for you to eat. I think that's one of the principles. It's like the girls have been there. They have seen every man. They've seen every man around them as this man is irresponsible. Don't worry, these ones are not responsible. They now see one that has just been validated by having a ring on his finger that is actually responsible. That is the one they want. It's like an attraction to them. I don't know which kind of madness comes over them. That is when they now text you more, they WhatsApp you more, they send you picture more, and they now say, since you've been married now, you don't even have time for anybody, you don't even come and visit anybody, you don't even I think, which they worry you? What is your problem? That is when they don't, before, it was before that you have to lie to a girl that I'm not married. Me and my wife, we are having problems, we are having issues, that's why I'm out here. It's a lie. Now you have to tell them that I'm married, I love my wife, I can't leave my wife for anybody. That one alone, that is your toasting line. Believe that is your toasting line.
So I can't leave my wife for anybody, she will die there.
You will die again. What do you mean? You can't leave your wife for anybody? Okay, I will show you what I have. What I have not better from her. And this, we very, very, very courageous men. It's like, okay, you want to prove it? Oh yeah, prove yourself. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. And after proving ourselves for like a week or two, we've all learned our lessons.
I like how you left it at that. We've all learned our lesson. So. What did the women think? And I want to whiz around the room real quick because I don't know how we managed it. I was kind of like, do we have enough to fill 2 hours? The ladies know that we took a bit of time in picking this topic because we're like, side chick again. But I really didn't want to get it from a side chick point of view. We're trying to talk about what it is that makes people be side chicks and what it is that makes women allow for side chicks. So to the ladies, quickly, why do you think women are attracted to married men? Go in Kiruka.
I don't know. This is a force. You know when they say the force be with you, the force is with the men. The women are just pulled. You know that magnet, It is so bad. Because that same guy, last year when he was single, you look at him like, look at this one, DJ. What
Bolo.
Now, serious bolo. Now, all of a sudden, one girl picks him up, cleans him up. Maybe he was clean already, but now they clean him up more now. He's more than... But the thing is...
we were not homeless puppies now. Which one we clean up?
I'm so sorry, but you know how it was like, they were nice, but then when they got married, there's this thing about them, the aura around them changed.
It's an aura.
And that aura is like a magnet. That aura is like a magnet. Do or die affair. It is true. It happens. It is, please. There's some guys I see now be like, man, he's fine. He was the same look, I don't know what's changed, but I still keep my distance because obviously he's married.
The look changes now because actually before he got married, he'll probably be the bobo walking around with his jeans, or he's not necessarily walking. He could be driving or whatever, but his dressing will be the jeans and the polo top, or whatever. Now he's married. Now he has this simple Ankara with nice leather slippers.
Nice shirt and trousers. Well,
there's just a gravitas. There's a gravitas.
And also commitment.
Because
it's a special commitment.
Even if he shows up at a joint, you will see a bobo that is now working like I have someone at home. I can go.
Yeah, it's a special confidence.
Before he married, that you can see home. Yeah.
It's a special confidence that comes from the fact that
every woman, women like a confident man. They like a confident man that can hold himself. That can. It's like he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn what you think. He's fulfilled in himself. Okay,
Baby speaking.
Wait. Before, who says shush now? Is it my boo?
It's your boo. It's only your boo that can shush you.
It's only me that can shush you now.
All right, boo, don't problem. All right, shush me the more.
Should I say the shush in a special way?
Yes, we're from out of time.
It's a special confidence that comes from a guy who's asked a woman to marry him. She said yes. It's like his bone structure changes. His spine is straighter. His walk is more confident. The swagger is there. You are seeing, you are thinking, this is Mufasa now. They're just strolling.
Yes. No longer Simba.
This is him. He's not Simba now. He's Mufasa. He has grown. His balls have dropped, as they say.
His balls have dropped, man. His balls have dropped.
A married man is a finished product. Somebody else has come in and dug through all of that mess, and they present a finished product. He's not commitment shy. Especially those that have kids, because I notice when they've got a baby, even the desire goes up more. Just look at a man walking with a baby, step back a little bit and see how these women go for him. They go crazy. So a married man, a father, is a finished product. They don't have to do all of that work again. He's not afraid of commitment. He's not afraid of all that.
The guy that will turn up at a wedding in jeans and polo, even if it was the most expensive polo, now somebody has taken time to say, no, you can't do that. So here's your 4-piece agbada, complete with small moccasin or whatever the case may be. Here's your this, And here's another thing that married men do that I think single guys don't do, and you cannot swag it. And by single, this includes people, once you've had kids, I think you fall into this category as well. As a single guy, you just cannot swag this thing. It comes with responsibility, and that is married men are problem solvers. All day long, that's what they do. All day long, the job they're going to this child's school fees is going to be due. So they are in the process of, that's what they do. That's what their life is about. I'm doing this because there's this bill to pay at the end of the month. They're doing this because, these kids need to eat. Okay, I need to leave this place on time because I need to go and pick up this one child. I need to do this one because this is this. My boss needs this file, so I can't go to sleep. So when you take a problem to a married man, the first thing he's thinking about is how to solve it. Now, of course, maybe 9 out of 10 of those solutions might be financial, but it's not always financial. A married man is the one who's like, I know someone who works in KPMG. Bring your CV. Your knickers will be wet. So you can just make a phone call and all this, my problem will go away. And that's how God will bless you. Come, I have one small thing I want to give you. Come, let me show you something. It's because married men are like, okay, their whole mind is, what is it going to take to make this thing go away? That's what they do all day long. It's almost like a shortcut to them to, you take anything to your husband, that's what they do all day long. So
solve it before the football starts.
Solve it before the football starts. So it's you guys are very attractive. Thank you for giving us something to hope for, especially since we don't even want to do the work in the first place. So that's about that. So ladies and gentlemen, it has been an unbelievably fun show. I thank you all, to all my ladies in the background, specifically to Rachel, to Nkiru, to you all know the problems we went through to get this topic and to put this topic together. We're thinking about side chick before they'll say we have come again. I thank you all, to the gentlemen for handling this topic so maturely that we can actually have a balance. I've never wanted a show to say, I'm going to punish all those side chicks that are sleeping with our husbands. And I never wanted a show that said, oh, all these men are bastards. They can't even keep their kidney in their trousers. No, this is not what the bad gang does. We take matters, we completely break it down. We put it all back together. We try to make sense out of no sense. We try to find a way out. We try to work out why people do the things that we do. So for that, I am so grateful to you guys. To our listeners at home, continue listening. The Facebook has been buzzing, but to be honest, today we didn't even have time to read out all these little things that have been going on. All we just want to say is thank you so much. And now we are completely out of time. I want one sharp word. Goodbye from everyone. Tawo Nijogbon, hit me.
Hey, good night, everyone. Love you lots.
Night.
Love.
They say you should love everybody except Boo Boo. Oh yeah, good night. Rachel, talk your own.
Good night, people. I'm hungry. I gotta go get something to eat.
Good night. Let me leave Abimbola and her husband to the very end. Oh yeah, Nkirika, talk your own. Nkirika, is Nkirika go? Nkirika.
Sorry, I put myself on mute because I had to go and do something.
Okay.
Hey. Good night, everyone. Love you all. I've had so much fun. I've never laughed so much today.
This was an amazing show.
It was good.
Thank you.
Same time next week. That's
it. Oh yeah, Dolapo, normally I save you for last, but I want to leave the two lovebirds to say their own sharp. So Dolapo, let's have our good nights.
Good night, everybody. Just remember that as married men, our market still they sell low, but talk to our distributor life.
Hot. So, and then last but not least, Tony, please keep it short. Say good night to your boo. Say good night to everybody and come and be going.
Okay. Everybody, make you sleep well, and if you don't sleep well, now your own palava be that. My concern is only my boo boo. Boo boo, have a nice, lovely sleep. I will see you.
Night, my dear.
Baby boo boo, mommy.
Nyamakata.
Short.
My dear.
I am over you people. I really am. Oh yeah, Bimbo, talk your own too. And please, let's mush. Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone. Been fun. Good night, boo boo.
Baby
Bye.
boo.
Well, then keep quiet and stop responding, Joe.
Why you vexing my boo now?
To all the bad bellies, to all the good bellies, I say good night to everyone. Thank you so much for a fantastic show. It has been amazing.
Yeah, people.
Join us again next week at the same time, 8 p.m. GMT, for the Talking Drum, where we put the world to rights. Have a great evening, have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you on Friday for Apricot Hour, and then we will see you next week. Thank you so much. Remain blessed. Mwah. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
London.
Ew.
Oh yeah, come.